What's going on? How y'all doing? Y'all all right? I got my protective braids. So I wanted to share something really quick with you all. A testimony that happened to me on Friday with restoration. How many can testify about restoration? Dee. So I got a call from one of my cousins, and we hadn't talked for years. And the last experience I had with her was not a good one for me. And so when she called, I was like, I didn't know. So she was saying she saw one of my videos, and she was like, it's something that you did that reminded me of our family, because our family is so alike, right? And so when she was talking, I was noticing my heart's disposition. It was offense was rising and defensiveness was rising. And she was just she posed the question or the idea of, I don't know why it's so hard for our family to stay connected. So I was like, this would be a good opportunity to be honest. So I decided to share with her how I felt. And at the time, a few years ago, when she came, I was experiencing a lot of my cousins and family coming here and excluding me out of activities. And I would just see them online or whatever. And I had a lot of heart scar tissue around that. And so she was kind of like collateral damage. And so we communicated when she came, but we didn't see each other. So I was like, you know what? She's like the rest. Being 100. And so I unfriended her on Facebook. I was in a space of, blocking everyone, because I'm trying to grow and figure out my life. Can I get an amen? So I told her about everything, and she was like, first off, I didn't even know you felt that way. I didn't even think about anything like that. So that was a revelation to me that what you experience, even if it's hurt, if it's offense, communicate, because it could very well not be that on the other end. And it could be, as we all know. And so that was interesting for her to say, and I received it. Because the thing about offense, holding on to offense and hurt, you have to figure out the value of it and how it's affecting you in the way you function. I think offense is like the ammo to hurt, right? So when I heard her say, I didn't even know that, but I understand. She said, I understand. I've unfriended people. So it was an understanding there too. And so I just decided not to carry it anymore and let it go. Right? What is it benefiting me to hold on to something? It's like you figure out what you value. And so it was healing for me, because I've experienced coming to cousins and just people, and you be like, this affected me this way, and they be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I figured something was going on with you. Or but within the energy, it's both ways, because I do want to say that as well. So it's a testimony in the way of it being a safe space and healing. And we talked for a couple hours. We caught up on our lives. So much has changed, and it was just beautiful. And so I wanted to share, because I understand hurt in the heart space. I understand offense. I understand not wanting to communicate, because that was the thing too. I could have just let the phone ring, then we go some more years without talking to each other. But sometimes clarity comes in a conversation. And sometimes people evolve over time where they're actually not even the same person you may remember or you may have the perception of, because it's always depth to a person, right? So if you understand me as a fighter, and then down the line, you don't want to talk to me because I was a fighter, that's a real feeling. But the fighter could have very well been surviving and actually evolved into somebody different. And so it was a blessing. And I think in 2023, it's important to search your heart, and because what did the Bible say? Out of the heart flows the issues of life. And we function out of our heart space. And, hold your heart, keep your heart with all diligence. It's like, it's not easy growing. It's not easy letting go of things that have kept you in the same condition that you're not even happy with, right? Hurt, all these things. It's like, let it go. You could determine what your future looks like by making beneficial grace decisions, right? It's getting long, but I wanted to share because it really did bless me. It gave me a different outlook. Sometimes it's just a phone conversation away. Sometimes it's just a text away. So hopefully you all have an awesome day. Happy Wednesday.